Hello and welcome once again to the Handshake with Milin Komjisha as we take a look at a number of things as always. And we are glad you're still part of us. And today, as usual, of course, I have my guest, Paul Busharizi, here to help me understand a number of things that are happening in and around our economy and the economics in the economy. Well, I hope you understand that. But before we look at Paul and before he delves into some of these things, I'm wondering, how are things there? You ever think about that? Oh well, okay, never mind. Paul is here to tell me. I'm wondering, he's here laughing at me because I have very interesting things on my mind currently. But Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I would want to ask, how is our economy doing currently? Now, like now?
Well, it's holding steady. I just saw a report that the Uganda shilling was steady yesterday because we have a few dollars coming in, so it's not falling against the dollar. So
Okay.
as a snapshot, we're okay.
Wait, do these things happen? Today it is doing well, tomorrow it is not.
Yeah, I mean, the shilling moves up and down depending on demand for the shilling or demand for the dollar. So if, for example, this is not the coffee season, or it might be, there might be a small mini coffee season now, would be sending coffee out and dollars coming in. So that means you'd be buying shillings with the dollar. That means the shilling would probably be rising because there's more demand for the shilling.
Okay.
And that can change from day to day.
Daily?
Yes.
Wow.
And it has implications on many other things in the economy. Inflation,
Yes.
the budget,
Yes.
taxes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talking of taxes, recently the Minister of Finance, I think, came up with an idea of reducing taxes on rice. And rice. Some of us don't eat rice. Does he know that? Anyway, I don't know. Did you hear about that?
Yes, they did. They've reduced the taxes on brown rice, I think, for a period of a few months.
Oh.
It's partly because of the drought and the food shortage. So
Okay.
they're hoping we can import a bit more rice. I think our rice crop is not performing as well as it has in previous years.
Wait, that affects Ugandans in general?
Yes. So he's reduced the importation duty or removed it temporarily.
Okay.
So that people can much easier import rice into the country.
Because I was reading somewhere and they said 80 districts out of 112 districts. Oh, I don't know if you knew that. We have 112 districts. So 80 out of those are currently having food shortage issues. You think that's the reason that they...
Yes, that's the reason. I mean, not only that, we expect, first of all, there was a long dry spell last year, longer than usual. The second rains didn't come in quite as strong as they should have.
Okay.
So that has affected the harvest. But also we have now a double problem. We have this fall armyworm. Armyworm.
Does it affect rice too?
Which has affected, I think, 60 of the 112 you're talking about.
Yes.
And this one is eating everything. It's not only maize, as the armyworm, the previous one you knew was armyworm. So rice probably is also affected. So not only do you have a poor harvest from last season, now you have this menace in our presence.
A kilo of rice in January was at around 3,000 shillings. It's currently at 4,200, around there. So if you're buying rice, you probably...
Imagine if you're buying rice for a school. So every 100 kilogram bag now is 100,000 shillings more.
Yes, yes.
So, probably headmasters are being tempted to reduce the term, the length of the term.
The kids are going home this week.
Is it this week?
Yeah, most of them.
Many of them are going. Okay, there's the confusion. This week or next week, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So why rice now? Why rice? Okay, sorry, not now. Why rice?
I mean, if you think rice is the food we can import in bulk and from Asia. Maize we can't import even from the Kenyans. They're struggling with their own. They had a drought as well. So rice is something we can import. I mean, you can't. I don't think we can import maize from Asia. But rice we can import from Asia,
Yes.
which would be the likely source. I mean, if you think about it, this drought period has affected all the maize growing areas around us.
True,
Kenya,
true.
Tanzania,
True.
go down southern Africa.
Yes.
So it has to be rice.
It has to be rice.
Mm.
I get it. I get it. So, and our farmers, and us, the local farmers, going to be affected in a way.
Well, there's a chance of that,
Okay.
but I think it's a case of the greater good supersedes the individual pain of these farmers. But I don't think our farmers also have very much to sell anyway. So
Sure.
I think the trick is, or the trick will be that can we keep the period as stated? I think it's 4 months. Let's keep it that. If we keep it going, then our farmers, I mean, the rice in Asia is produced at a much cheaper rate, can be landed here,
Yeah.
especially without taxes,
Yes.
much cheaper than we produce it here. So they have to keep that limit tight.
I hope they don't
So that
bring
our
us.
guys can grow for the next season and the harvest when they
You know, there was hullabaloo about plastic rice.
Oh yes,
Did you hear
in
about
China.
it?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Hopefully not. Fingers crossed.
and of course we have holy rice as well. So I don't know.
That's
if,
more expensive than
it's more
4,000. Yeah.
expensive
So
anyway. Wow. So what should I do? Me. What should I do? What should I do about all this?
maybe don't eat rice. Eat vegetables only.
Vegetables
can find them.
are drying out.
Yeah, that's why I said if you can find them.
I'm going to starve.
Yeah, or burgers, KFC.
No.
Oh, sorry, I
No.
shouldn't say that. Oh, yeah.
All right then. You had for yourself. So, what should an ordinary person do really? Some of these people are feeding entirely on rice. They can't access all these things. Should they? And the money is getting scarce every day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell them?
Well, eat less. Absolutely. Maybe we need to go into a prison diet. Eat once a day.
Is that-
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Right.
Yes.
You had it. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Well, I hope you can work something out. We are all trying to survive, and I think Paul has put it right. So see how you can work things out, and thank you for joining us here. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.